Йоу, всем привет, друзья, с вами Корва, это канал Встреча, и мы продолжаем проходить Call of Cthulhu. Тоже третья часть, мы выбрались из психушки, собственно, и снова очнулись на диване. И на этом мы закончили, я пока что не очень понимаю, происходило ли это на самом деле, или же это было у него в голове. Итак, всем, кому понравилось это видео, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. Если вам не понравится, ставьте дизлайки. Ну, погружаемся в безумие. Так, глава 6. Особняк Хокинса. Так, ну, судя по всему, если мы в особняке, значит, это были глюки. Очень интересно.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
Нифига себе. То есть тут уже день? Серьезно? И лестница не сломана? Или это другая часть? Что за хрень-то? Подожди. Нет, это место.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Так, пока ничего не понимаю. Может, здесь все исследовали?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Подожди, здесь же все было разрушено.
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Сломанное пианино. А какого ты жив вообще?
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Вообще она свиней сказала. Почему перевели кроликов?
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Интересно.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital, and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
То есть это все было на самом деле, что ли?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Так, значит, я реально был в больнице, значит, меня реально завалило и сломало ноги. Получается, но меня в этой больнице исцелили. Они так
The other
милые
night's events are still confused in my
и
head.
просто сидят, как будто
Let us
ничего
go
не
now
произошло.
and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Охренеть. Но я так и не понял, а почему здесь ступеньки не сломаны? Или это другая лестница? Я ухожу в любую дверь, серьезно? То есть это не просто какое-то место, это... Плюс тут картины есть. Вот это, походу, есть глюк какой-то. Странное место. Так, резиденция Сандерса.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
То есть у него случился приступ.
He started raving, screaming that a dimensional shambler had found him.
Oh, mercy, that story again. Why have him interned?
That was when he began to convulse and twist with pain. Or terror, it's hard to tell.
I beg your pardon?
I'm not really sure of what I saw, or what I didn't see. But it's best that you weren't there.
I should have been there. What you're telling me is outrageous. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Так, блин, нужно, наверное, было сначала ее о чем-то другом еще, да, поспрашивать, а теперь недоступно. Так, ну нам разрешила все смотреть. Интересно.
Did she really care for him after all?
Ублюдок.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Да, они, кстати, могли быть любовниками вполне. А что такая стрёмная его жена нарисована? Что, в жизни она, по-моему, посимпатичней. Так, расследуем. Да давай.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
А может, они только дружили. Может быть, поэтому муж ее и грохнул.
A house of artists. A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Оба-на.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Да, она что-то знала.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Окей, себе там. Тут вообще картины какие-то странные. Так, бродяга где-то в кабинете должен быть. В галерее она говорила. Странно, почему не сказала, в какой именно. Точнее, за какой именно дверью.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Так. А, наверное, вот здесь. Привет.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Может быть, я влюбился.
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Слушай, давай ты лучше не будешь их покупать, иначе тебя тоже постигнет безумие. Стой.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Она меня звала дорогушей.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Так, значит, она была его подругой, и она уговаривала его, чтобы он не покупал.
I could use one of those.
Так, я украл таблетки. Какие-то треска. Так, это у нас мини-каминчик. Плохо. Просто анатомии. Медицина. Есть. Да, конечно. Это повлияет на мою судьбу, вот черт. Надеюсь, в хорошем смысле.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Так, ну он тут всякую оккультную хрень коллекционировал.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Это какой-то Морвинд. Слушайте, ну если такое дерьмо у себя хранить дома, можно реально, по-моему, свихнуться. Может быть, не знаю, тут стены надо было белой сделать. Ну, серьезно, атмосфера, сюда заходишь, вот она прям угнетает.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
А, масло взяли.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Слушай, я не хочу смотреть на этого бродягу, идите вы нахер. Масло прям везде дофига. Слушай, я не понимаю, что здесь изображено. Какая-то пасть, что ли? А, нифига себе, потусторонний мир. А вот и бродяга.
What the hell was that?
В общем, понятно, я картина проклята, тут какая-то хрень вылазит.
I can't even touch it.
Ой, мне конец. Ни хрена себе номер. А чё ж мне делать-то с ним? Охренеть. Приехали.
What the hell was that? I can't even touch it.
Я пока не пойму, что сделать вообще здесь. Я не понимаю пока вообще ничего. Бред какой-то.
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Подожди. А как тогда сражаться вообще, или что это? Странная игра.
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Блин, я серьезно не понимаю, вообще это какой-то бред просто вот сейчас сделали. Ничего не объяснили, непонятно ни хрена. Хоть что-нибудь бы сказали бы, ребят, ну вы чё? Кто ж так игры-то делает, а?
Damn. Did it? Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Так, я понял. Короче, надо взять кинжал и порезать картину. Это, скорее всего, тот кинжал, который в Морвинд. Вау.
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Вот он. блин, да сидит, да кто такой бред вообще делает? Откуда я знал то, что надо это сраное дерьмо было изучать все? Но тебе придется бегать просто и с каждой сраный кинжал использовать.
Down. Did it hear that? Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it!
Ни хрена, не. Блин, ну кто так игры делает? Серьезно? Как можно было просто такую хрень придумать?
What the hell was that?
Подожди, там в той книжке же, может быть, написано было.
Down. Maybe I can use this dagger. Damn it!
Серьезно, как вообще такой бред можно было придумать? Я вот просто диву даюсь, ребят, которые это сделали.
What the hell was that?
То есть ты, главное говоря, вначале мог все это прочитать, а теперь ты не можешь не прочитать и ни хрена не понятно. Я просто вынужден носиться и методом тыка это делать. Вот он.
Down.
Вот его я искал.
I can use this dagger.
Как в этом у меня в учебнике. Точнее не в учебнике, а как там я себя прочитал. Витиеватый вот этот вот. Ктулху.
Damn it.
Ни хрена. Что-то он меня нашел. Я теперь понимаю, почему этой игры невысокие рейтинги. Она где-то прикольная, а где-то такая просто ерундель, вот как вот это сейчас. Как вообще можно было такое придумать? Честно, я не понимаю.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger. What the hell was that?
Так, а я же вроде тут все перепробовал. Конченый урод, он там бродит. Урод, он как раз там и бродит.
Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Вот, такой я еще не вставлял.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Ах ты ублюдок сраный, а!
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Может, это странная кость?
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Такой вставлял. Может, этот? Да я все же кинжал уже переставлял. Чё мне надо-то, блядь?
What the hell was that? Damn. Maybe I can use this dagger.
Блин, ублюдок сраный, а? Какая же ты мразь поганая.
What the hell was that? Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Ну, я видел такой. Я им пробовал втыкать. Вот он.
Down. Maybe I can use this dagger.
От него.
What the hell was that?
Значит, от него.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Или только пытался завладеть им. Исторический символ. Так я использовал такой кинжал же. Да это бред, а. Я очень дико не люблю вот такой бред, когда делают. Серьезно, вот ты играешь, и просто какой-то хренотня. Я нашел этот кинжал, я его вставлял. А, вот он.
Down. This dagger looks different.
Блин, я не тот вставлял. Они все очень похожи. Зараза. Он даже светится вон. Охренеть.
What's the matter with you?
Ни хрена себе.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Охренеть, блин, вот это номер был. Фух, на этом я лучше закончу. Я что-то как-то уже перезапарился с этим монстром. Да и отдыхать пора. Так, глава 7. Безымянная книжная лавка. Так, друзья, всем спасибо, кто смотрел. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. С вами был Корва. Это был безумный Call of Cthulhu и его кривые анимации. Всем удачи, дорогие друзья. И пока.
Where is the bookseller?